Let's see, let's see, let's see. Hi there, folks. Hello, hello, hello. So we'll be doing some interesting stuff. A lot of interesting stuff we've got. Hi there, Glacier. A pact for what? Pact for what? That's a question. But yeah. I will probably be going fishing soon because not in my state, but in a neighboring state, till 1st of March, we're still allowed to use lures and bait. After that, no fish for bait, like no bait fish, and no artificial lures at all until end of May. Here in my state, it's till May 15th. So May 16th will be the first day where we can do proper fishing again. But basically, I'll be trying to, and right now, thanks. Yeah, I just started. So right now, with the water temp just finally started to move up because it was too cold to effectively do much of anything. But right now, it's starting to get into the zone where it can make sense to go fishing. So now that we finally hit that zone, let's do 2 or 3 sessions before I'm not allowed to do lure fish anymore. And after that, of course, you can still do night crawlers and stuff like that. But yeah. So rigging up for that, getting a couple rods ready. Mostly for artificial right now is what we'll be doing now. I'll be back after coffee. Okay. Thanks. Thanks. Hey, 15 people in the house. Very nice. Indiana Chris. Hi there. What's up? This is a rod. I never know which reel to fish on it. Should I go with a big reel or a little reel? Like a 14K or a 6K? This rod really needs a reel in between. Like a true 8K reel. That is actually like in between a 6K and a 14K, not a 14K with a smaller spool. Like a reel right around 550 grams reel weight would be perfect for this rod. I might look into a Penn Slammer 4 actually. They might actually have some right in that sweet spot. So I'll probably rig this one up with my 6K Zaragoza for now. So 460 grams. Yeah, the thing is, the high-end reel, it could weigh this much and have already 8K size spool and more drag than this reel provides. But this would be like for light European catfish. Yeah, it's just that, I don't know. Actually, well, let's undo the leader I have on my here with my 40K Saltiga. And let's put the 40K on this rod and just feel it out. I think it's gonna be too much. But yeah. Oh, beautiful, really. We're definitely gonna need a different rod in the future. That's more soft and supple than this one, but still fits a 40K reel well. Yeah, this was too much rod for me to fish for length, any length. But it's not too much rod, it's just too stiff and awkward for my liking. Great for bank fishing, the small fish are a lot of fun on this rod, but for this style, ain't it. Just ain't it. Thing is, if I'm going to fish this reel on a smaller rod, I'm going to need to change the line because the 130-pound weight on that little rod is going to be too much. 100 would be fine still. I don't know. You could absolutely fit this, but this is going to be. Big Mama. Really, the Surtade would be the right reel for this diver circuit. Honestly, this might be. I might take this one as my rock reel. You grab it like this, don't grab it like this, but like this. It's not too much rod to keep fishing for a while. It's a bit too much reel maybe, but I think we can do this. We might start spooling the reel if I can find enough 100-pound braid. I mean, I do have plenty of the. Yeah, I might just. I would prefer to have a Cortland, but I could also do the tight line. Here's 150 yards, 100-pound tight line. Maybe we should just put the tight line to the test. Rockstone, Grand Mile would be worth consideration. Anywho. Oh yeah, and I'm thinking of selling my 20K Saltiga. Or the 18K. I think I'll keep the 20K spool because I think they'll still fit on the new Saltigas. Yeah, that's fine. It's a bit overkill of the reel. Look at that. This rod really needs the old Surtade SW. Not the new. The new one is too much. Well, doesn't really want to buy a discontinued reel. That's been raining on. Anywho, wait to and you land around. Wait a minute. Do we still have more tunnels? Okay, if that wheel is empty. Yeah, that's it. Yes, baby. Shimano or Thanos, baby. I might just spool this 100-pound braid on this baby and start on here. And then I can straight spool on the 100 instead of that 130. I think I'll do that. Let's just check how this 100-pound braid splices. Because so far I haven't been a big fan of how the tight lines braid splices. Just, ain't it? That's my baby. Anywho, hi there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. If we can splice it with this big needle, that's a plus. Um, already not a fan how this braid behaves. Yeah. But I should give it a chance, probably. And this would actually be a good time to give it a chance. Also, if I fish brand new tight line and I decide it's not as good as used Cortland, then I know for a fact which one I'll be buying in the future. I mean, I'm already almost set on not buying tight line braid again. Not for my personal use of it. But I want to be fair. To you, your mind, and my ear. Okay, but if I can't find my splicing needles, then I won't do that now. When you're crying, beautiful thing. Breathing down now, but right. Your mind down, your mind needs reverse distraction, my little. There will be a test. This will be an interesting test. Okay. I won't buy a reel for this rod. I won't buy an expensive reel for a cheap rod, LPI. It would make way more sense to buy a proper rod or a reel. Maybe a snack or something like that. On this rod, this reel feels way more. It does feel better match. Actually, before we spool this line down, let's just give this rod a proper bend. This rod hasn't yet. I've never properly been given a chance to load this rod up. Hey there, Daniel Garcia. Been a minute, bro. Well, been so. But yeah, hanging in there. Let's just try this rod out real quick before we down spool it. Just crimp it around the bed real quick. This is the shortest rod so far I've owned. It's I think 6'1" or sorry, it's not even 6 foot long. That's a thing. It's what? It's 5'5", I think. Okay. The foregrip is too short for my liking. Although it makes it eye high. I would grab this rod. This is a nice band though. It's actually the same rod, the biggest officially measured European catfish has been caught on. This is much more rank than this. Give it a try. Yeah. The rod doesn't feel like it's supposed to take any more than this. Okay, now we'll cut the line, test the drag, and then we'll do our spooling. Let's get a scale. And cut the drag. Will JMD dual use? I don't even know what that means, man. Hi there, Gia. I have no idea what you're saying, mate. Sorry. Okay. There's probably gonna be surprisingly low amount of drag. Well, that's better. I hearing it won't be less. So at like 20 pounds of drag. Like 8, 9 kilos. Of course, the model is rubbing, so yeah. 10 kilos of drag. Or should we risk it all and spool some even lighter lines? Nah. There's some high water. I don't want to mess around too much. I don't know who JMD is. Will JMD do use? Yeah, I have no idea what you're saying. So actually, let's use this rod for this part of the spooling. Why not? Or nah. Actually, we can just use this rod even if the guy's missing. That'll be the easiest. That'll make our life a lot easier. Main. Oh, well, this is why tying a slip knot is a good idea. Yeah, doing some spooling. We'll also get some levers ready and stuff like that. Yep. That's all. You guys rank. Okie dokie. The reason we put line on fucking tight on a real shit, folks. Yes, I'm twisting the slime, stripping it off the spinning wheels with that swoop. That's spot on. There's our splice, isn't it? I think it is. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's where 100-pound weight starts. Now the big question is gonna be big question. Should we put on this brand new Thailand brand 150 yards or not? Probably not. There's one more splice in the big wheel doesn't matter. Yeah. Let's keep that line brand new and put this line on. Because if the guideline does how I fear it will, then it kind of don't have to work yet. It will save us some money and headache. Alright. Wait a minute. Is I phone about to die? It is, ain't it? Shit. Be right back. Gotta get charged the cable. Right. Got my charger. Got my charger. Why do I get more viewers when I'm not even on the freaking radio? That's bad. Anyway. Cheers. Come on, charge. Charge to the cable. Yes, now it's charging. Okay. Okay, all good. Okay, back to stripping this line off. We'll screw it back on right away. Don't device worry. Yeah, this is probably one different color. So far, the splice is perfect. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe Thailand is as good as backing with models for trying a lie, look in front of your video. We'll have to see about that one. I have had twist in my mind. Okay. We're not for quite good. Now we can actually use it. Oh. have a window in here. Look like it. We are freaking splicing now. Okay, I'll be back again. That could work. Could work. Could work. We have the black. Okay. Okay. But just leave over. Let's just real quick get this line here untwisted. There's so much twist in this line. It's a normal thing, but you are spinning wheels, but still. Let's try to minimize it. Get off your sticker! There's 100-pound cord on it. Actually, let's give it a little taper. Okay, so far it slices just fine. Maybe I will end up liking the kite line. These are the bigger sizes. We'll see. Maybe it's just a small size of the Thailand is well. Okay. The corporate is another animal. Okay. Already I'm more in love with the corporate. Yeah. How it feels, slices. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, but this life isn't how I wanted it to be. So we'll do it again. And that's why it's definitely a lot tighter than the 30 pound. Okay. All right. Now let's just pump this light on here and we'll see how it does actually fishing. I do know it's good line. I just don't know if it meets my standards. They're pretty hard. I've found a great line that meets basically everything. So, you know, but this line only costs 10. So if we can make it work, it's yeah. If we can make this cheaper line work, then that's good news. I'm just not sold yet. Um, That's the time. What's this shit about? That doesn't look good. Um, I think my anti-reverse is saying yes. Shit. My anti-reverse is failing. On the call, you got great. It doesn't sell it. You know? And this is what we call a full school, folks. One, yeah. I don't know what happened to this reel, but I don't know. We'll see how fishable it is. But yeah, this reel will definitely be for sale soon. really packed. It's real full, but one that with the cats better, and we shouldn't really have problem with wine. Huh? We'll just 1, 2, 3. Let's use this much of cutting on line. Not that much. Yeah, this much. And more in the roof. It will definitely impact casting. This would still be short enough that will be okay. This is way, way better than the smaller sizes. Yep, yep, yep. All right. Yep. Nice. Let's do proper taper this. Let's taper this end. The wood is a little different. like I would do if it was corporate. Alrighty. Well, you can definitely feel this is a bit much material for the rock, but it's still gonna be okay. So we have a leader, so we can already pack it, ready to go. Actually, first let's take care of this line here. Let's splice these two together. Let's put a little taper in the heavier braid. No need to taper the lighter braid. Enough. Nope. Okay, and what helicopter devices? Either. All right. Okie dokie. There's a problem, but I know how to fix it. Now the other nonsense. That's okay. Because now it's not isn't there anymore. Okay. Nothing how up is annoying on these big wheels. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right, folks. Yeah, there's also double up line. We've got like what 20 feet of double up line on here. That's good stuff. Hi there. Leader. There's mono. Still okay, but I'd rather use a piece of titanium like this. Let's make it so we can switch leaders easily. Okay, we'll do a split clinch knot. This is pure split knot, I should say. Okay. Um, Definitely undo this knot. You'll always be able to undo this knot. Yeah, it'll break your literally thicker than the leader, but that's fine. Because we have a lot of high water. And high water, yeah, don't you have to expect big fish, and the fighting conditions are just a lot worse, meaning you need heavy gear to handle these fish. But yeah, this is gonna be, I don't know what's wrong with my to reverse, but anyway. It'll still fish. It does have a backup after reverse. So yeah. Let's go. Let's see. Do I like the time? One sec, folks. Yeah, it is a good sound, isn't it? Anywho, definitely not. I'm not as much of an OCD perfectionist with my rigging as I used to be. I still am a perfectionist. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I used to be so much worse. I just feel, yeah. For a second, I got scared. My cat got into a box full of hooks, but no. By the way, one reel I'll be selling soon is my baby down there. Dear PS, do you any chance you need a big boy reel? I'll actually sell this with a brand new spool. Not with this one right now. Yeah, buddy! Uh, $20 with insurance and tracking. It might be up to $50 shipping, but I can ship you this reel for $20. I think actually insured too. But if it's with tracking, then it's gonna be I think 50. It's not that bad. But the reel is gonna be I won't sell it for under 800 because this is $1,000 reel. And it's still almost new and it has caught some big fish, but this reel is in prime condition. I wish, man. I know. It is a beauty though, isn't it? Yeah, I'll definitely give it a clean before I sell it. Okay, that wasn't like that. If I don't find a buyer, it's not a big deal. I can also keep it. But the real reason I want to sell it is because, well, gotta go with the times, you know. I'd rather sell this reel now and get the replacement model instead of having to service this one and eventually not being able to buy new parts. So I'd rather sell it while it still has a high value. And yeah, that's the current model. Not because I believe the current model to be better, but yeah. I think they're about the same, but anyway. Actually, I'll probably, if I sell this reel, I'll probably actually buy as a 20K Zertate instead of Zertate, the new Zertate SW. That reel should be just as good and cheaper. So I might actually have $100 left after I sell this reel. I can't buy the new one, which sounds like a better plan than keeping it and having and running into problems with service and stuff down the line. But yeah. Anywho. This is a real I'll sell this if someone wants it. With shipping and line, I could do 200 to the shipping and line to the US. It's a really good reel. Has stupendous cranking power, and it is a bait runner. Yeah. Anywho, I'll have to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. Cheers. Alrighty, baby, I'm back. Baby, I'm back. Anywho, yeah. Unfortunately, this baby will not be used anytime all too soon. Right. Let's put the reel back on here. Hey there, John Cena. What's up, bro? Nice little reel. Good size for bluegill, right, Sean? This should catch the bluegill. 100-pound hollow core, first 20 feet are doubled up, like the hollow core spliced back into itself. So it's a lot more abrasion resistant. Big bluegill. But not too big, or you might not be able to land them. Kidding. Yeah. Bluegie. Okay, this rod we can definitely change the rigging on it, because I'll probably do a few spinning sessions before March 1st. So February 28th will be the last possible time, because after that we won't be allowed to fish with lures and bait fish anymore. Only worms, maggots, grass, and that kind of thing. Because pike and sanders or pike perch will be closed, and unfortunately, it's becoming more and more common here that you're not allowed to use bait, fish, or lures for other fish. You know, I could still catch catfish. Yeah, you can go for catfish with worms, but you know, I prefer artificial and artificial fishing for catfish. Man, you don't really get any bycatch. Like, unless you do some really specific small crankbaits, you don't really have any bycatch. So I don't think it's warranted to have a complete closed season for all artificial lures. But it's a rules, and especially when I'm doing videos. But even if I'm not, kind of have to follow those rules. I think my outlaw days are behind me. Also, I just don't want to be, I don't want to have to be scared when I'm fishing. Look over my shoulder the entire time and stuff like that. Nah, let's follow the rules, even if they're stupid at times. But yeah. Do they have a season where you're not allowed to use lures where you are, John? And especially on lures, I mean, you can easily release the fish. Saying no bait fish, I could even halfway understand it. Because you could say, okay, sure, if they swallow the hook during spawn, not great. But come on a lure, 95% of the fish can be released just fine if they're closed. So, but anyway, is what it is. Actually, don't have this splice. I have a Bimini twist on this rod. Might try splicing again, but I'm going to do the same on that. Anyway. Oh, it all for you. I'll leave this one for now. Because if I find a leader, I might want to attach the leader right away so I can't lose it. But yeah. No, but New York has no lures on large and smallmouth. Okay. So like no lures at all while during the closed season, or just not for those fish? So yeah, here it's an absolute ban on lures, which really stinks if you ask me. And again, I do not believe it. Like you could just put a few rules on how. Yeah, that you're only allowed to use bigger baits and or specific kinds of baits, and then all you're gonna catch is catfish. So I don't know. Anyway, because catfish don't have a season. They're all year because they're considered invasive, or at least non-native. There is no size limit, nothing. Which is why I find it so silly that in spring you're not allowed to fish with them other than with night crawlers. Please, man. Then drag me there too. Good. Bomb. Taking ready to go on. Tell me to breathe, don't say you'll let it go. Oh no, to start my whole thing. Okay. I won't be. Want the world to be like me. Okay, I haven't gotten nearly as far as I wanted to, but hey, at least I've spooled the wheel. So that's a plus. Okay, in here we'll just put anything that is specifically salt water. No bait, I mean. Artificial lures only December 1st to June 14th and catch and release. Dang. So you're not allowed to use bait at all, so you're not allowed to target other species either, correct? Because that's the thing here. You're not allowed to target other species with bait or lures. Then you're not allowed to target fish during closed season, sure. But we're not allowed to use whole methods of fishing to prevent accidental bycatch. That is a thing that I take issue with. Let's see. Find a good So now for owner books. Nope, not these. Be one of the hooks that are usually sharpened. Right. Okay. But unnecessarily. No, this screw is too small. Four, three, three. Oh, yes, baby. All right. All righty. Nice. All right. Okay, I think it's time to end the live. Yeah, I have no energy. I've got my two rods, my two primary rods ready to go. See you guys later or tomorrow. Cheers. Peace out.